Thank you for joining the UK-India Trade Portal Market Entry Insights interview. My guest today is Mr. Vijay Goel, who over the last 20 years has played a pivotal role in enhancing trade relations between UK and India. He is a senior partner at Singhani Co, which is a leading law firm here in the UK, and they are an associate partner of the Access India program, which is the Indian High Commission's flagship market entry program. He is also the founder of the Indo-European Business Forum, local representative of the Government of Andhra Pradesh for the Amravati Smart City project, trustee of the Ekal Vidyalaya Foundation here in the UK, and also former chairman of ASSOCHAM UK. Thank you very much, Mr. Goel, for joining us. You have been quite an active figure in the area of international relations and trade. What, in your view, are the key trade trends in the India-UK relationship going forward?
So, thank you for giving me opportunity to speak at this forum, and I feel I'm very optimistic. There is a good potential between UK and India. You ask about the current trend. The current trend is going towards renewable energy, defense, life sciences, healthcare, education, and logistic. These are the sectors which are very prominent between UK and India. UK investors are looking to do deals in India in these sectors, and the financial services sector is another growing one. There are roughly 25 Indian companies listed their masala bond on London Stock Exchange and raised close to 2 billion, but this could be 20 billion. And I think we need to make a little bit more effort on this side, because London Stock Exchange has a good platform for raising money in rupee. So virtually the Indian companies have no currency risk. The currency risk lies with the investor. And if we can somehow crack the code of hedging the currency, because sometimes the interest rate is low, but the hedging cost is very high. And if we can define a way to do that, then we can raise a lot of money, which is need of our for Indian companies. And we also see another trend coming in electronic vehicle. There are few UK companies trying to enter into Indian market in the manufacturing of electronic cars, electronic vehicle, which include truck, buses, vans, and electronic scooters. So that is another sector which is going to take shape and going to take a bigger shape in near future. So overall, the current business, trade and investment between India and UK is quite substantial, but I personally feel there is a very much scope to multiply at least 4 or 5 times, and if we play our card right. Not only UK has been investment partner in India, now the Indian companies are also aggressively looking to come to UK. They do a lot of investment in real estate, but most of the money comes through offshore. So generally money is coming through, let's say, Channel Island or through Mauritius or to different route, and every super rich Indian in India owns property in Mayfair or in central London, and that trend will grow. And but apart from real estate, as you can see recently, the Bharti Airtel, one of the largest telecom operator in India, they are partnering with government of UK to participate in telecom sector as well. There are multiple Indian pharma companies looking to acquire companies in UK. There are many BPO and IT companies are aggressively looking to do projects in UK. There are many companies in India looking to create their design center in UK, so they can get a kind of hold of good technology, advanced technology, and with that technology they can give access to their companies in India plus around the world. So there are new trends coming up, and I am very optimistic about it.
In your opinion, which areas of the Indian economy can provide long-term and sustainable growth for foreign investors?
So I think as the new sector which is emerging now, electronic vehicle, this sector will provide a tremendous growth for investors from UK and around the world in India. This has been not fully explored yet, because Indian conditions, market conditions, Indian road conditions, Indian charging conditions, or electricity conditions, these are yet to be improved quite a lot, although there is a significant progress. But this sector will give boost to manufacturing and employment to many people, and give the good growth in terms of capital appreciation as well. Then we talk about renewable energy. So huge scope in India. India is going to be the world champion in renewable energy in terms of solar, wind, waste to energy, and many more new trends which are coming up. Then we talk about education. India is opening up for the education sector to the foreign institution. Initially, some of the big foreign institutions could not set up their offices, or not offices, a shop in India. Now the government is allowing, roughly, as you know, in past, roughly more than 100,000 Indian students used to come to UK. So government is thinking every year the Indian expenditure which is outside India is multi-billion, more than 10 billion they spend on education. Why don't we allow those foreign institutions, the good one, to set up in India, so at least we can use that money within India. So education is another sector which will give a long-term growth. Then we talk about healthcare. As you can see, during the COVID, India came up very fast and provided a healthcare facility, and then they were the champions of going to manufacture the COVID medicine. Not only the COVID medicine, there are many items which were needed during COVID, let's say gloves or any other PPE item which were manufactured in India. So certainly India can ramp up if their manufacturing facility in terms of anything, any pandemic or any new situation emerge in the world. India could be the global supplier for the world. And so Indian manufacturing base is really good, and then they can certainly improve quite a lot. So these are the sectors which are coming up. Logistic is another one, because as you can see now, everything you do generally buy online. For that you need a logistic. Even for offline or online, you need a good logistic. So India is developing its logistic center across India. The government of India is determined to put high-speed train between Mumbai and Delhi, and throughout where the journey is rail corridor, they are creating a logistic center. There is a UK company which I am associated. They are listed in UK. They have the logistics center for railways in India, but they are now going to do something on roadside as well. So logistic will also play a good role. So immediately these are the sector comes to my mind which will give global companies or UK company a long-term perspective in India in terms of money making opportunity, in terms of contribution to economy in India, in terms of employment generator in India. Thank you.
So there is a lot of speculation about the structure of a UK-India trade deal in the near future. What, in your opinion, would create a win-win partnership?
So as you can see, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson is going to be the chief guest on the coming Republic Day in India. The current Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab is already in India to discuss all these issues beforehand. Government of India and Government of UK working very closely to create a best trade deal or sign a free trade agreement and between both the countries. So both countries are determined. They are trying to work out benefit for them, which is a win-win partnership. From Indian point of view, always the issue of immigration comes in. So Indian government is trying to push hard so that whenever Indian companies are migrating to UK, they at least can send their senior worker or good, the team to handle the work. And sometimes that has been challenging in past. So I think immigration would be one of the agenda. But apart from immigration, Indian company would like to see if there are some incentives can be created for Indian companies in terms of soft loan, in terms of working environment, in terms of giving them some facilities for maybe creating a hub for different thing or creating a hub for startup businesses. So these are the sector on defense, on healthcare, education. So the government, both government are working hard to create a win-win partnership so that UK company can get a benefit as well as the Indian company can also equally get a benefit. And then even if they consider to go to Europe, then they make UK still as their hub. Or even what Indian government is also thinking on the line of, let's say if Indian company set up in UK, they can also take benefit of other trade partnership, let's say with Japan or Australia or New Zealand. So it could be kind of multi-trade partnership that can be helpful for multiple countries at the same time.
There are huge cultural differences between the UK and India. Having lived across both countries, what are your main learnings and experiences?
So yeah, as I've been lucky enough to lived in India and in UK both, so I see there are a lot of cultural differences in the culture. But overall, if you see, the fundamentals are the same. We both speak English. We both have a democracy. We both have a land of law. We both, have a good media to look after everything. But yes, people in UK are more individualistic. They respect individual more. But in India, these are like we consider ourselves as a group or a sect or a community. So we work in a community, and so that is the kind of difference. When Indian company come to UK, they initially feel little bit lost, but then because there are 1.5 million Indian in UK, they create a good forging partnership between India and UK, and roughly 30 member of parliament, 30 House of Lords, 10 close to 10 member of parliament. They give a lot of comfort for the Indians to do business in UK. And Indian communities in UK contribute 10 times to the British economy compared to the other counterpart. So they are very successful in a hotel industry, in entertainment industry, in real estate, in care home sector. So that helps. When British companies go to India, again initially they get lost or they get cheated sometime because they just believe on face value. But for one of my strongest advice would be to find a right partner. Invest a time in finding a right partner. If you have a right partner in India on the ground, that solves your more than 75% of the problem. Then you do a close watch. You don't let it go. You have to be very actively engaged with your partner and always try to do the value addition. If there is no value addition in any partnership, then thing goes sour. So it's advisable to work throughout the partnership, throughout the joint venture, that you are engaged with your partner, you are monitoring the whole situation, and then you are on top of the thing. So I think once you keep this thing in mind, you will certainly success full in UK or in India.
What would your advice be to a British SME looking to enter the Indian market?
So for British SME, if they want to go to Indian market, the huge scope, but pricing point has to be correct, because India is very price sensitive market. If you put your pricing right, you have the big scale. So in India, if you are going, you have to think about a scale. You cannot be thinking about selling some items at a high cost. You have to reduce your cost, whether by manufacturing in India or manufacturing in some other countries where your cost is down and you are trying to scale. Don't put your product on the higher scale, or don't target the consumer which is very affluent. Try to target the consumer which can afford your product, and then you will get a success in India nowhere in the world. You have 1.3 billion people in India looking for to consume anything virtually. So if your product or services or anything you are offering is right for the mass audience, you will certainly get a success. And then your turnover or your profitability, your market cap, your shareholder value proposition will be different compared to anyone else in the world.
And lastly, could you tell us about Singhani Company and how you assist companies in doing bilateral trade between India and the UK?
So, as a chairman for Indo-European Business Forum and a senior partner in Singhani Company, we are determined from 1969 to help foreign companies to do business in India and Indian companies to do business abroad. So, if any company needs any support, guidance, any connection, we are always there. We have 10 offices across India and thousands of channel partnership. So if you need any help, we are there. We are here in London from last more than 30 years. We are happy there to guide you, assist you, so that you have the pleasant and fruitful journey, whether you are coming from India to UK or you are going from UK to India. Thank you very much for thinking about me and giving this opportunity, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time today, Mr. Goel, and joining the UK India Trade Portal and sharing your knowledge and insights with our viewers.